Hello, beautiful souls. And I'm Sue Williams, and welcome to my show, Energy, Intuition, and Transformation. And it's a place where I don't only deal with the beautiful humans who are viewing and listening, but also we reach out to our animal companions. And I had wonderful feedback from last week's show. Thank you so much for those who reached out. And it was all about animal communication. So I thought today, because it was such a popular topic, that I would go a little bit deeper into it. People love their animals, and so they should. As I said last week, our animals are part of our family. So we should treat them as such, treat them as sentient beings with feelings, thoughts, and emotions, and do the very best that we can for them. And I thought another interesting thing I could do on this particular show is introduce you to a set of oracle cards. And I mean, who doesn't love oracle cards? And these are ones from a very special friend of mine who introduced me to animal communication. Her name is Dagmar Klingenbach, and her cards are messages from your animals. So I drew a card for us all today, and it actually is quite pertinent for what we were discussing last week. I ended my show with just a quick outline of how you can start to use your own intuition to connect with your animals. And I suggested that you sit in a nice, calm, quiet space. If you're out with big animals in the paddock, make sure you won't be interrupted by other animals coming to poke their noses in. And if you have your dog or cat or any other pet, just sit in a very quiet place with them. Just send out the love to them. And this card is so perfect because the one I drew this week is be present. And that's what our animals are asking us to do. The card says, give your animal your undivided attention. So if you do want to build that intuition muscle, because it is like a muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. So if you want to do that, give your animal the undivided attention when you would like to communicate with them. And they like to communicate with us. Obviously, they come and wake us up sometimes. The dogs and cats jump on the bed and say, wake up, I want your attention. And it's not always just because they want to be fed, they want you to be connecting with them, have fun with them. And the horses are the same. As I said, I really love dealing with horses because they are uh, so sensitive. They're huge, massive animals, 500 to 600 kilos for a large horse, but they are so sensitive. In many ways, they're very fragile. They can injure themselves very easily. So don't just go by their size, the bulk of them. They are wonderful animals to be around. And if you want to connect with them, horses are a great start if you are able to be in an area where you can be with them. You don't have to be very close to them. Just send out those loving thoughts and your intention to connect with them, and they will respond. They need to gain trust. And again, this is another thing that the more you do it, the stronger that connection becomes, the more they trust you. And it's just an amazing thing for you to do. Your dogs and cats will really appreciate it as well because they can tell you things. Perhaps, oh, someone was talking to me the other day. They had a pet snake of all things. And sometimes when they were going away, that snake would go and live with another friend of theirs, just as a carer for those days when the person was away. And when the snake came back, this person was able to connect with them. And the snake said, oh, I like being with you. I don't like being with that person who smokes. And so This friend of mine was just taken aback by the snake actually being able to tell them that the person who was looking after them was a smoker, and the snake did not like that smoking environment. So they are sentient beings. Even a snake, a reptile, they can communicate with you, tell you what they like and dislike. Perhaps your own pet has particular likes and dislikes. Maybe you're in the habit of just feeding the same food every day, that same cat food, dog food, whatever it is. And sometimes the pets might like a change, and they can communicate that with you. You can perhaps go through a list of different things. Generally, you may only feed them a certain type of meat. They might may like to have some fish instead, some chicken. So why not ask them these questions? As any member of the family, when you're getting your weekly shop done, you ask the family, what would you like to eat this week when I cook dinner? You're not going to put spaghetti bolognese every night because that would be very boring for everyone. So connect with your animal, see if they're happy with their food. That's a very good place to start if you're wanting to develop your own intuition with your animal. And while I was thinking about Dagmar, who created these wonderful oracle cards, I was going back to some early training that I did with her just to show you how amazing these animal connections can be. And when we were doing the training, she would set us homework. Homework one week was to connect with a wild animal. And I thought, that's very interesting. I wonder what wild animals have to say. So one day I was walking down the paddock, the field where my horses live, and we have a dam where the water is collected for the horses to drink. So we have a lot of water birds and other animals that are attracted to the water. And there was a swamp hen, a beautiful black blue swamp hen with red feet, just standing there on the side of the dam. We tend to think of them as not very intellectual creatures. They have a very small head and their eyes take up a lot of their head. So I was thinking, it might be interesting just to speak to this beautiful little bird and see what that bird has to say. So I set my intention. I'll have a chat with you today. And it came through quite clearly and quite quickly that this little bird was willing to connect. But then the most fascinating thing happened after that. Instead of the bird speaking to me, Source, a source from above came through to me. And Source told me, keep doing what you are doing with these animals. They need a voice. And the work you are doing, this training you are doing to refine your skills, is what's needed in the world. So keep doing what you are doing. I'm watching over you, and I'm very pleased that you have taken this path, being on this journey to help the animals and give them a voice. And I was just so blown away by the incredible power of that message. And Source also said, I'm coming to you through this very simple being who is the perfect channel for me to contact you through. And I thought, how wonderful that the work I was doing was being recognized by the highest source that we can ever relate to. And I would encourage you all to start your journey on my website, holistic-health.au. I've put a link to where you can purchase these wonderful animal oracle cards made by Dagmar. They will take the link will take you to her site, and you'll be able to find out more about animal communication as well about as these beautiful cards. So you will be able to draw your own card each day and connect with your animal because the cards come with a book that explains in detail every card, and it's a wonderful thing to have. So once again, if you do want to start this process, this practice of connecting with your animals, find that nice quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Pick a time when your animal is particularly calm, wanting just to sit or lie near you. If you're out with big animals, make sure that it's not a windy day, a rainy day when they're going to be distracted by the weather. And just set your intention. I'm going to connect with this animal today. I'm going to connect with them with love, kindness. My mind will be open to anything that they have to say. And then just take your time, feel through your heart. Feel that you are reaching out to the animal with the love from your heart. Connect your heart to their heart, your mind to their mind. Take your time, ask those simple questions, introduce yourself, give them your name, and say, I would really love to connect with you today. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? How you are at the moment? Do you feel well? Do you have any companions that may not be the same species as you? Do you have any other animal friends? Can you tell me about them as well? And then just ask one question at a time and wait. Close your eyes if it makes you feel that it's going to be a bit easier, that you won't be distracted. And wait, just wait for those answers to come. And don't discount anything that comes into your mind, because the strangest messages may come, the most interesting messages, things you don't expect. So I encourage you to give it a try. Go and buy these beautiful oracle cards that will help you on your journey from the link on my website. And I'd love to hear from you if you have anything to share. And if you would like me to do a reading on an animal of yours, contact me through the website, send me a photo, and I would be delighted to give you feedback in my next show and connect with you that way. So thank you for viewing and listening, and I hope to catch up with you next time on my show. So goodbye for now, have a blessed week, and have fun with your animals. Bye.